Mojo!
Time for another video on the heart. You need to know everything on this diagram, the names of the parts and the way that blood flows through them. So let's start with a way to remember the chambers of the heart, the atria and the ventricles. Note, atria is the plural form of the word atrium. For atrium, think of a tree. A tree, atrium. Easy. The tree you need to imagine looks like it's growing beautiful red apples, but when you look more closely, the apples are actually hearts. Bit gruesome. But a tree of hearts reminds you of atrium in the heart. Now, imagine that the hearts on the tree are dripping a dark, sticky liquid. Surely it's blood, if it's going from the heart. A drop falls on your hand, and before you can stop yourself, you lick it. Amazingly, it tastes really sweet. It's not blood, it's treacle. Treacle. Now, that rhymes with ventricle. So, visualize a tree with hearts dripping treacle, and say a tree ventricle. Sounds like atrium ventricle. Bingo! Atrium and ventricle fixed in your visual memory. What's also great is that these are in the right order because the blood goes into the atrium first and then into the ventricle. Atri, ventricle. Okay, now let's memorise the whole journey of the blood through the heart. Watch as the asterisk moves through the heart and notice the first letter of each part it travels through. Blood enters the heart at the patient's right side, shown on the left here. Blood comes in through a vein called the vena cava, goes into the right atrium, then the right ventricle, before leaving to the pulmonary artery and heading off to the lungs. Then it comes back from the lungs and in through the pulmonary vein, then to the left atrium, the left ventricle, before passing out of the aorta artery and off to the body. So the first letter of each of these is V, A, V, A, lungs. Then it's V, A, V, A, body. V, A, V, A spells vava. Look at the diagram. You just need to remember vava lungs, vava body. It's got a nice rhythm. Vava lungs, vava body, vava lungs, vava body. And that will remind you how blood travels through the heart. Now, one last thing to remember, pulmonary. The pulmonary artery takes blood from the heart to the lungs to get oxygen. The pulmonary vein takes it back from the lungs to the heart. But how do you remember the word pulmonary? Here's what we do. Think, why is blood pushed up to the lungs? Because more oxygen is needed, of course. Pushed up to lungs, more oxygen needed. P-U-L-M-O-N, pulmon. Pulmon will remind you of pulmonary. The pulmonary artery and vein take blood from the heart to the lungs and back. And that's it. If you want to know this by heart, please do the quiz and the worksheet straight away. And make sure you rewatch this video when we send you a reminder. But in the meantime, thanks for using your imagination.